Hello, my name is KEONS, and this is insane. The Clancy's tour started in Denver, and it was great, incredible. Even like I'd even go to say that it was their best show they've ever done, and I haven't even gone to see them yet. I've just watched a lot of live streams, and I think this is their best tour yet. I'm gonna include tour spoilers for this video, so if you don't want that, click out, because there's gonna be a lot of tour spoilers. Let's go over some highlights of the tour, which is very important for this video, because guys, BLURRYFACE is scared, but that'll come later. We'll talk about that later. Slow down. Overcompensate. Tyler comes up off the piano, jumps. He's like, right. He hasn't been doing that lately, which I don't know if it's an injury or if it's a law thing, but I don't know if we'll find out, because if he starts doing it again, maybe we'll find out, or maybe he's just old. He could just be old, but also could be law. So after vignette, Tyler like walks off stage and then he walks back to do car radio, but it's not him. It's not him. It's a fake Clancy, okay? Because then Tyler, Clanler jumps down a hole. He jumps down a hole and then he appears on the other side of the arena. Why did he jump down a hole? After this trick, Tyler then has a shirt on that says Clancy, but like Clancy is backwards. So Tyler tweeted before the tour started that this show was going to be a flashback, a reminder of why we fight before we do, like an entire life passing by. And we were like, okay, what does that mean? How is it a flashback? Because they didn't do like an eras tour type thing. It wasn't like, oh, here's a song from our first album and then we're going to go on to our next album. No, but it is a flashback. Because if it is a flashback, and the lettering on the shirt is backwards, it's like this flashback, his perception of what's happened is skewed. We know during Psy era that Clancy was pronounced dead. We were told Clancy is dead. So him then jumping down a hole, appearing on the other side of the arena, is like there's Clancy did die and Tyler took on Clancy, like the name. And then it's backwards because he's not like Clancy, but maybe he's a reflection of Clancy. It's like he's a reflection of the name and not the Clancy we originally knew, you know. It's not to do with there like being two physical Clancys. Maybe it's talking about like how the name before was something filled with hope, but then the bishops took it during Psy era and like tainted the name, and then Clancy has claimed the name, and it doesn't mean what it once meant, and it's backwards.
Here lie Squidward's hopes and dreams. What a baby.
Moving on, after this segment, the judge is playing. So on the screens, it's really cute. They have like fans on screen singing the song, and it's really cute. And they like show off their outfits and stuff, and they talk about what the band means to them, and they sing, like they start singing the judge, and it's really cute. And then Tyler joins in. That's not really lore filled, but it is, and we'll come back to it in a minute. We then have the section that takes place after Mulberry Street. Josh appears, but it's like Torchbearer Josh, which we know is the real Torchbearer. And he suddenly appears on the other side of the stadium, just like in car radio with Tyler. And he's like walking down, and this like atmospheric music's playing. And I remember I was on the live, and I was like, oh, so exciting. He walks down, he walks to Tyler. He grabs his like rebel outfit. He's not very happy to see him. You kind of get mixed emotions. So they go to the stage, and then this curtain falls down. Dima is revealed. It's like an inflatable Dima. It's really cool. It's like it has been on fire and it's broken, like the rebels have destroyed it, but the towers aren't destroyed. It's more so the buildings surrounding the towers. And then Navigating starts playing, the best song on the album. If the buildings are destroyed, it seems like this is happening just after Paladin, or is it? Because this is supposed to be a flashback. So is this just after Paladin, or is this what Clancy dreams of, what he wants to happen? Then Navigating is a crucial song for this part, because Navigating music video was when we found out that Torchbearer wasn't real up until Navigating through Psy era. So he was real in Trench era, Bandito Josh, but during Psy era he was a projection It's a bit complicated. And then we have Paladin. Okay, Josh is singing Bandito, and like Tyler is singing Paladin. They're standing back to back. The fact that they're standing, oh my god. The fact they're standing back to back and not facing each other may be showing like what sides they are in this rebellion thing. The fact Clancy is facing away singing Paladin about how he's gonna climb the top of the tower, he's gonna defeat Nico, and maybe it's showing that Clancy is more reckless, more on the rebellious side, whereas Josh is more on the sneaky, peaceful side, more of a quiet approach, whereas Clancy wants to go in guns a-blazing. And then of course it shows infamous Nico part at the end. Okay, now here's where things start to get insane. And when I say insane, I mean insane, because BLURRYFACE is scared and he's back and he's tweeting more and he's appearing in videos, and I don't like it. So at each show they've been putting on an FPE experience. Basically this is where they show memorabilia, but also in the Bandito Lounge they have had a scrap piece of letter. These scrap pieces of letters, they're not full letters. We have managed to get a full letter now, but they're basically ripped pieces of letters that citizens have been sending each other. Basically it's citizens recruiting other citizens in Dima to try and get them to join the rebellion. We've also been learning about the jobs people have in Dima. So we've got a librarian, we have someone who works in the Necropolis Gardens, someone who stands up on the walls of Dima and stands with the vultures, so I think that's what we call a watcher in past letters. I'm not going to talk about each letter because it would take ages because we have so much, but there is a website that Discord Click has created where they put all the transcripts of the letters, and also we've been getting secret coding in the letters, which is actually really important. I should probably bring that up. Right now we have we must and I'll be as like full phrases. We don't really have any other full phrases right now, but there's more coming in. There's going to be a letter tonight, which I'm really excited about. Right now it's looking like it's going to say we must destroy. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because basically BLURRYFACE is terrified. He's terrified. So a while back at LA Night 2, during the judge segment that we saw, Dima interrupted it and said that we were in violation. A big like violation warning came up and said that we shouldn't be watching this. Basically it's the same violation warning that showed up when we got the Paladin Straight music video teaser. At the same time this happened, BLURRYFACE tweeted, "We have always watched your diversions." What does that mean, Blur? This whole era, BLURRYFACE has basically been telling us that he's been watching us. We've had a lot of eye imagery and we've had a lot of I'm watching you. Like when he responded to my tweet in the past, he said I saw. He was watching what we were doing. Now we have always watched your diversions. He's got access to videos that Clancy's trying to get to us. These FPE letters say they're from the Sacred Municipality of Dima, which basically means that they're used as evidence, it seems like. This thing is all just a court case. This is a court case and we are evidence, and that's why during the judge they have us sing the judge. That's why Dima is interrupting during the judge. The Paladin Straight music video is used as evidence. The letters are being used as evidence. Dima sent red letters out at the start of this era. This is all being used as evidence, and Nico is the judge, making fans sing the judge and being like, "You're the judge, oh no, set me free." I think it's a power play, and I think that's what BLURRYFACE is doing. This is all just a court case and we are witnesses. But this brings me on to one of the letters that we got, where it says, "The bishops, our symbol of stoic control, have become frantic, and for the first time unclear of what comes next." And you know what that does? When they're telling us that they see everything we do, but they're growing frantic. They don't know what they're doing. BLURRYFACE is tweeting more. He's saying that he's watching us. It's like he's trying to pretend that he's one step ahead of us, but what if we are one step ahead of him, and that terrifies him. Mark creates these episodes for us that recaps the tour and also shows behind the scenes, and in the last one we got is the second episode of the Clancy tour. They were showing a montage. BLURRYFACE pops in for a cheeky hi. Basically they're playing Backslide. The visuals are of them playing Jumpsuit, but the music is Backslide, which is one of our first diversions. It then cuts to BLURRYFACE. Like BLURRYFACE glitches in. It's not like just a cut, he glitches in. It's his face from the Paladin Straight music video. It then cuts to Tyler Clancy, but his head is like cropped off. Cuts back to Nico. Okay, there's specific things with this where it gets a bit complicated, but the timings of this is really weird. So they posted the video at 3:21 Ohio time. BLURRYFACE flashes in at 3:20 and 3:22, and then Clancy with his head cropped off is at 3:21. They posted at 3:21, and then his head is cropped off at 3:21. And the first song that ever mentions BLURRYFACE is Stressed Out. And guess how long that is? 3 minutes 21 seconds. I don't know, it just feels very intentional, and I think they're trying to show us something. But let's talk about the cropped off head imagery, because we've also got a lot of that. In the digital remains, there is a picture of Clancy with a red line across his neck. We have had the pictures of Clancy and Josh, where Clancy is holding the stole across Josh's neck. During Psy era, there was the image of tails, and there was no head on the tails here. We also recently had Tyler wearing a shirt where there seemed to be a picture of Clancy and Josh, but Josh has been removed and Clancy's head seems to be removed. We saw it originally in the digital remains, but it seems to be edited. I said before that "to think is to be alive" is a quote from Car Radio. And if you take off the head, then you can't think, virtually making you a vessel. Okay, that's basically it for now. There's probably going to be more stuff that comes out. I tweet a lot about lore, so if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can, because that's where I usually update frequently. I know I don't post videos very frequently, but I am going to try and change that when I go back to uni. But bye guys, thank you for listening. I love you.